Hey, hi, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cosmic Crusade podcast. I'm your host, Jay, hoping you yourself, darling, are having a wonderful little day wherever you are, whatever time it might be, whatever you find yourself doing. Thank you for tuning into this podcast, and let us dive into today's episode. Because, girl, this is crazy. I'm really going with the flow. We are really, diving in and being in sync and in tune, and today we're trusting the universe. Today we are following flow state, we are trusting in our intuition, and we are just going. Okay, we are experiencing the human experience in the way that we're meant to. Okay, more on that later. Let's dive in with a high, low, water buffalo. Okay, fun. First, we're hitting the low. We're getting the low out of the way, okay? No negativity on this pod. That's not how we roll. We are moving past it, and we are elevating, we are upgrading through it. But listen, I quit my job. Girl, ain't that crazy? You said, honey, you hated Starbucks, you want it out, you got this new ideal moment, right? You're working from home, wow. She ain't the one. And here's the reason why she ain't the one. I will tell you, because it's sales. We're selling insurance. And financial consulting through that, but oh god, it was really salesy. I got the goal of 100 people. Make a list of 100 people. These are your contacts. These are the people that you're going to connect with, and these are the people that are going to help you, and these are the people that you're going to sell to. Great, marvelous, mystical, magical, wonderful that we would have a network situation, right? And that moment made me realize a couple of things. Let's go through that. What did I realize in that moment when I was dauntingly tasked with 100 connections? I'm an introvert. Bitch already done but new. I am an anxious introvert, bitch. I don't want to be doing that. I'm good. No thanks. Number 2. I am not in the business of owning a business. Okay, I'm not in the business of literally being an entrepreneur. I'm not in the business of having to push myself, sell myself, to have to gain business and run out there and be the shark. That ain't me. I ain't about that. I'm good. No thanks. And thirdly, I realized that a lot of times there's just going to be situations where you're thinking about the future and you're visualizing things, and the way that you visualize things is going to be a sort of grass is always greener situation, right? Because if you think about it, why would you ever realistically picture yourself in a situation that is less than where you are currently? Why would you ever in the future and how you visualize and plan for your path forward think of yourself in a worse scenario? But that's just the reality of what happened for me, genuinely. Okay, it was weekly meetings on Wednesday and Saturday. Those were already the days that I didn't work shifts at Starbucks, right? Those were already the days that I didn't work. So we added Tuesday on the days that we don't work at Starbucks, so I could have a little peace of mind that didn't really end up working out. So in the financial consulting role, we had weekly meetings, training, learning. It was great content. It helped me be better, sure. But it was just time consuming. And it's also the way that let's envision that this is Monday right now, and I'm looking ahead and I'm looking at the rest of the week and I'm trying to plan forward, but the week can really just change, just like that. It can really switch up so fast. It can be, hey, so surprise, tomorrow you have 4 calls now. You have 4 meetings, 4 appointments that you have to run through. And for me, I really just feel so anxious and overwhelmed by that structure of change every single day, every moment. You don't know. It's inconsistent. It can completely change. And that is the other point too. That's with commissions, because it was a commission-based role. So it would be, I make money off of what I sell. In commissions, it really isn't consistent, right? If I'm sitting at, my salary rate, I'm getting that consistent same paycheck. It's going to be hitting the account the same amount in a consistent, scheduled manner. But with commissions, it could be I have a shit month, back to back. And then it's like, what are we doing? You know, it could also be like, okay, you have a really, really good sale and you have that, but you have to make that stretch. You know, it could be, I don't know. I didn't live it. I'm not trying to live it. I want to be grounded. I want to be rooted in stability and consistency. And that's just not what was there. So yeah, it just felt misaligned. It wasn't good. It was like, listen, girl, I know we were chasing dreams and we were doing the thing, but I did learn a lot. It's not a wasted opportunity for me entirely. It's not like I'm looking at it and like shaming myself or like bashing myself in the sense of like, you wasted your time. What are you doing? It's a learning moment. It's a learning opportunity because like even in what I was doing, I was learning quick, bitch. Okay. They wanted me to be a trainer. Like I was bibbity bobbity booping through it. Like I was doing the thing. And I hadn't even made a sale. That's the other crazy thing, ma'am. That is the other crazy thing. I was doing this for like 2 months and I made nothing. Nothing. Like, honey, I could have hopped on DoorDash and made more in a night than I ever did in 2 months of financial consulting. And the other piece of it too is that I did genuinely learn a lot of information that I will carry with me going forward. Like I gained a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of things up in the brain space now that I didn't know before. And, you know, it's always good for me to expand my financial concepts and financial literacy and to be able to pass that on to others and to just, you know, be able to hone that information in towards the future. So that's a nice little piece that I got from it. But yeah, so the financial consulting role, I said I quit. I'm done officially, like real now. Like I'm not doing that anymore. So what are you doing then? What are you doing with your life? Well, right now I'm still at Starbucks. I'm still living my barista life. Barista, not shift supervisor. I don't want to go back up to that because that really was hell, which is crazy because when I was financial consulting and like my schedule was ever changing and I had like literally no days off, like genuinely no days off, I said, this is actually worse than when I was a shift. So I'm going to quit this because how are you going to stress me out more than what I was stressed from? Right? Like I was escaping the stress of Starbucks and running into the stress of this thing and it was worse? No. What? No, I'm not doing that. No, thank you. That's just illogical. It doesn't make sense for me to be spending my time doing that type of shit. I'm good. So, what are we doing now? Yeah, barista-ing. And honestly, listen, I am in a barista era, okay? Fuck it. I am in my barista era right now because genuinely, when I was working both of them, I was just burnt out more than I have been burnt out. Like girl, I was supposed to be posting up another podcast episode last month and we're just now getting to it mid-March, ma'am. This is where like my energetic battery is. Like we are recalibrating, we are recharging right now. That is what is going on, okay? I am recentering, I am rebalancing, I am refocusing, I am grounding and recharging. That's what's happening right now because, whew, but this feels nice. This feels wonderful. I'm glad and grateful to be back into this creative space and like actually have the time and the energy to be creative again. So we're pausing. We're taking a pause moment and we are soaking this in. And of course we are filling out applications. Of course we are looking online. Of course we are indeeding our asses off. We'll get there. That's not the focus right now. I just need to like recenter with myself, with my joy, with my passions, with my happiness, because that is something that I have lost over the last 2 months. And honey, this is the only life that we get to live. I am not going to live it wasted. Okay. I'm not going to live it stressed and worried about jobs and like income and like, I'm good. And you know, with Starbucks, I already know what the fuck I'm doing, house down boots. Okay, I know what I'm doing and I can pick up shifts and I can extend shifts and like, you know, so not really worried in that sense. Just trying to figure out the next career goal aspirations is office administrative. I want to do admin, payroll, scheduling, accounts receivable, payable, whatever. Like get me into the data analytics entry role where I am just in my space, click clack, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, simple, consistent, done, money. That's it. I just want work to be its own thing. Like goodbye, peace, love, do you, boo. Okay, so that's literally insane that it's been this long, 10 minutes of me yapping about the low when I'm doing high-low water buffalo and life updates. But I mean, genuinely, had to get that one out of the way first and foremost, because obviously that's the biggest life change that I do need to talk about. And yeah, so we had to get her done first, and there was a lot of layers to it, and it adds on to anything else that I might be talking about, and it kind of gives you that context of anything that's happening. So the water buffalo, or do I want to do high-low water buffalo? I don't know, girl. It's water buffalo. I have a sewing machine. Damien and I bought a sewing machine. Very excited for that. Very cool. What I'm doing here, I got a little piece I'll show you, because also, yeah, that's where we're wearing this shirt. It's actually 2 different patterns. And I kind of just sew it all together. And then I tie-dyed it the same. Like, these shirts were both black and white, and then I just plopped them all together. This is something I did a while ago, actually. Not a recent project with the sewing machine, but I like it because it's like loud print on loud print. And like the dyeing job doesn't necessarily match up, but we're living our best life, okay? We're doing what we want, and that's it. So the next piece of inspiration, yeah, we got a sewing machine, and we went to the fabric store, and look at this. I got this really cute purple denim moment, and it's really cool too, because look at her. She's orange. So she's orange on the inside. Do a little... I'm like, girl, this is really cute. So I'm gonna make pants. They have like these little pamphlets that guide you on how to make the shape of what you are trying to be making. And I have the shape for some pants that are like wide at the bottom, and I'm really excited for that. That's gonna be so fucking cool. And with that color too, I love that color. That's very cute. So yeah, that's Water Buffalo. We're starting up a new hobby. We're going to be sewing. We're going to be making clothes. Real cool shit. Learning this shit for the first time. Live, laugh, love, do it. You know, we're trying something new and trying something new together, which is really cool. Yeah, so honestly, like here recently, I think genuinely the high has been cooking food again and grocery shopping and like having real food again, because also, this was a piece of the I don't have time to do anything. I am doing this meeting and then I'm going to bed so I can work my morning shift so I can catch my next meeting in the next day. We were doing Factor, like meal delivery service. It's different from HelloFresh. We did HelloFresh before, and what that was they sent you the ingredients, you cooked it, you did it yourself. Factor sends you the meals, and then it's like a banquet meal, girl. You pop it in the microwave, couple minutes, you're done, you're ready, you're going. I didn't love it. It was convenient and it was really good for the first week, and the second week it was kind of like, okay, we're not doing this anymore. So it's the third week, what would have been a Factor, so now we are back into our normal flow. We're back into our normal flow of doing our menu, our dinners, our food, going out to the stores, gathering the ingredients, bringing them home, and cooking up something fresh and delicious. Bake those cookies, Lucille. Bitch, I love baking those cookies. I tell you what, I am so happy to be back and to be baking my own cookies, because, oh my god, it just feels so good. And leftovers, that's the thing with Factor too. You have the box, the meal, that's it. If I'm making the meatloaf, babe, that meatloaf's gonna be damn good for a couple days. You want lunch tomorrow? You got that meatloaf up in there. I know that's right. Like, I got pasta. I got pasta that I made last night. Little shrimp, lemon, garlic. Oh, it's in the fridge right now. Like, you can't do that with Factor. You have that meal and that's it. Limiting. So, like, for the ease of while I was doing 2 jobs and that whole stress, bleh, that moment, yeah, great. It was wonderful. It was convenient, but not realistic. I didn't want to keep it up. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. We are making it ourselves, okay? And that's also, like, another little piece, too. Additional Water Buffalo, additional life update. I have been finding these people on the interwebs recently. They're also in Ohio, so that's crazy because like everything that they're talking about is local and real and like accessible. But they're farmers and they're teaching you how to farm. And one of the things that they had talked about was like farming off of a 1/4 acre, something small piece of land. And we're going to show you how to grow everything that you're going to need for a year. I'm like, bro, that's really cool. I need to get into that. That's definitely something that I want to be doing in our next house. Like, please. I want some land. girl, the city ain't so pretty. The grass, I don't know that she was greener on this one, actually. I think I kind of realistically knew what I was getting into with this. It just, city life ain't for me, girl. I need to be a swamp witch in the middle of the woods with nobody to fuck with me, in my own land, my own space, my own peace, my own time. And also, I want to have space. That's the thing, too. Like, within the city, it feels confined. And, like, also my house is small. You know, first world problems, genuinely. Thankful and grateful that I have a house. But wow, I really could have more house. I could have more space. And that's also a thing, too, is like, I want to host, but my space is so tiny that, like, girl, I can have, like, 3 people over. I don't know. It's crazy. So yeah, hi, low water buffalo. Those are the life updates to you. And also we're going to be talking about, kind of today's episode, the flow. Yeah, so today's episode, we're going to be talking about flow state, trusting the flow, trusting your intuition, allowing the universe to guide you, because goddamn, if that is not the path that I am on right now, I don't know what is. And you know, that's kind of really where I am at, genuinely, in this time, in this space, in this life, in this era of, like, I am trusting the flow. I'm going with the flow. And I think that within that, right, within going with the flow, you kind of find pieces and bits of yourself. And that's, I mean, really, if you can't ask for anything else, ask for a little bit of further self-exploration. And this also ties into the job thing too. You know, career is one sector of life. I am involving a multiple areas of life. But career is kind of a, forefront right now, for sure. I always envisioned when I was like, okay, this time last year, I said, okay, spring is when we're going to revive ourselves and come into a new career. So I don't know why I was trying to do it in the winter time, if not to show myself that it was possible, if not to kind of get one foot out the door of Starbucks, because mama, I'd be locked in. I'm still locked in, girl. Look at me. Like, literally, I'd be locked in. So kind of just that little, girl, it's possible. And also having multiple interviews and getting multiple offers of like, hey, come work with us. Hey, you could do this. Like, yeah, girl, you can do it. And that's kind of the self-reflective piece that I have found too, is just genuinely, if you put your mind to it, if you put the energy through it, it can come to you. And that's where we're at. And that's the piece of manifestation that we've talked about multiple times as well. It's the action that brings you closer to the goal. That's the focal point, and that's what we have to think about and focus on. And a lot of that, you truly can just be like, I'm leaving it to the universe, right? But the dream, the goal, the picture that we all put together at the end goal, the end Barbie dream house, the end life, those are the things that you need the clarity on to be able to motivate you and to take you through and bring the flow to you. Trusting the flow of the universe, you have to open that door so that energy can flow, right? And sometimes that looks like closing a door, right? So for me, I said, I'm not doing this job. I closed that door. My focus, my flow, my energy is not going that path anymore. It's being redirected, right? Right. We love redirection. We love learning. We love growing. We love flowing. We love trusting the universe. We love. And that's the other thing too, genuinely, like the affirmations, the gratitude pieces, that's important as well. You have to have that as well. And I know that, like, genuinely, real talk, girl, within trusting the flow of the universe, a lot of the times it's not going to feel like the most stable thing. But if you think about it, it's kind of not meant to be, right? Because you don't have grounded stability in flow. Flow is fluidity, liquid movement, right? Or continuous energy. It's not something that's grounded. It's not something that's rooted. It's not something that's stable. So follow the flow, trust the flow, go with the flow until you get to that spot. And you'll know it. That's where you trust your intuition, baby. You'll know it. When you feel that, when you're there, real. You'll feel it, you'll know it, and you'll say, this is actually kind of perfect. And that's where you hop off flow. That is where you hop off flow and you plant your roots. That's where you do it. Now, don't get it twisted though, girl. Don't think that I am up here trying to enable your Delulu, okay? We are not. That is why I talked about the plan. Yeah, because we aren't trying to lose focus, lose sight, lose the goal, lose the dream. No, we have that. That way we could be grounded within the idea of the future end goal and dream. And then you have the point, and you let the universe do the work to connect the dots. You let God, whatever, spirit guides, ancestors, all of these wonderful spiritual things that can guide you through it. You're not spiritual? Okay, boo. Trust the flow. Trust the flow and go. Trust your gut. Your genuine intuition lives in your gut. I don't know if you knew that. That is one of the major differences that you can tell. If something that you're feeling in that moment is intuitive, you're going to feel it in your gut. That's why it's called the gut feeling. Yeah. Your body genuinely has like that physicality to it. Whereas anxiety, your chest gets heavy. Anxiety lives up here in the chest area. Your chest, you'll feel it heavy. And it's like, oh, I'm anxious. You get sweaty. That's why it's sweaty right next to the chest. This is where you're holding all of that energy when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling aligned with anxiety. It's held up here, right? Those are some of the differentiators, the indicators that you can know in that moment. What are you feeling? Is it anxiety? Is it intuition? Because sometimes it gets muddled. Sometimes it gets mixed up and muddled up. Difficult, you know. But it's important to stay grounded and to have a clear vision of the future, of the goals, of the dreams, of the desires. And that way you always have something to kind of look back to as well, you know, in the moments that you're not feeling like you want to do it, in the moments that you're feeling like, what the fuck am I even doing? Like, I literally could just like give up on this and go do something completely different. I could sell everything and go somewhere else. I could fly away, move to a different country, you know, go to the other side of the planet. Like, helps you to stay connected and stay grounded. This leads me to vision boards. Vision boards are a powerful, beautiful manifestation tools. Listen, if you don't know, if you ain't heard of it, a vision board, you take a board. Doesn't even have to be physical anymore, girl. Everything is so digitalized in our modern age. Use the digital space, okay? Just collect things. A board on Pinterest even, right? Collect things. What do you want your future to be filled with? And that will serve as kind of the anchor. Think of the corkscrew. Everything ties back to this, right? Your corkscrew board, we got that red string. Everything ties back to this. Your vision board. Your vision, your goal, your dreams, your aspirations. It's that, right? So what do you want in the future? What do you want the foods that you're going to be eating? What you want your plants to be looking like? What kind of pets do you want? What kind of house do you want? What kind of vehicle do you want to be living? What kind of environments do you want to be seeing yourself in? What kind of areas of life and the planet do you want to be exploring? Bring imagery to it, right? Because imagery will also bring another layer of intentionality to your dreams, your desires, your goals, and it will help you to keep focused and kind of think like, yeah, this is what I'm doing this for. You know, I want to live my best life in the best way that I can, and I want all of the best opportunities for myself. So I'm going to keep a clear vision on what I expect the future to be so I can achieve those things. You know, check in with your plan, check in with your goals, check in with your seeds, and think about that truly as I am trusting the flow and kind of surrendering to the flow of the universe now. Where are we in terms of nature? We are coming out. We're not completely out, girl. You know this is Ohio. You know there's going to be probably fucking more snow. That's how we do it. But the point being that we are coming out of winter and into the spring. So those seeds that you have planted, your manifestations, your dreams, your desires, those seedlings, they're starting to sprout and grow. Check on them. check back on your goals, check back. New year, new me. Where we at, babes? Where are we at? That's the question. Where are we at? New year, new me. Where is it? Where's the progress? What have we done? What are we doing? Just in a genuine reality check way. And this is a good time for a reality check before we get into the fling of spring. Okay? See where we're at. Check in. Have a little intentionality behind it. And trust the flow. And that's how you go, baby. Hey! And in trusting the flow, you know I gotta bring some mantras up into this bitch. We gonna close it out with some mantras up in this bitch. Now listen, I know I said that the next one we'd be having a guest, but listen, the universe just hasn't aligned for that yet. Okay, it's happening, it's in the works, it's in my brain space, it's a plot. We're just working on bringing it to fruition. That's where we're at right now, okay? It's gonna take some time, but I believe in my dream space the next episode will be with a guest. So we live, we laugh, we love, we do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the top 3 cards here for some mantra, little motivational pieces, little affirmational pieces. Right, and the first piece is my intuition is my greatest guide. It speaks clearly and it moves me into action. Now, girl, I shuffled these cards. I'm not, girl, if that is not literally what I have been saying this whole damn time, I don't know what is. If that's not what I've been saying this whole damn time. My intuition is my greatest guide. It speaks clearly and moves me into action. Honey, you need action. Take that action. Live it, laugh it, love it. Do it. Do it. That's why I say live it, laugh it, love it. Do it. The action, right? I ask, I believe, I shall receive. I ask, I believe, I shall receive. And intuitively, for me right here, right now, I believe. I believe. That's sticking out. Do you have faith? Do you believe in the future that you are perceiving, that you are conjuring up, that you are thinking of? Sure, it's nice to sit here and want nice things for yourself. I could want a mansion. Do I believe I can get a mansion? No. So that is not within my future. That's not within my reality in this time right now. You become what you believe. So believe more. Believe greatness for yourself. Okay? Belief. I rightfully create and set boundaries that protect and support my peace. I rightfully create and set boundaries that protect and support my peace. Bada bang, bada boom, bit. We're pulling one more. It's just juicy to me. Like, genuinely, this in my brain space is like, this is good shit. This is the shit that I literally have been like trying to articulate this whole video. The whole flow of it all, right? How do we get into flow? How do we live in flow? How do we create and manifest our dreams and desires and our future endeavors? The universe is never late and God is always on time. My destiny is revealing itself in divine timing. In divine timing. Never late. Spirit, never late. Always on time. Everything is happening in the exact way that it is meant to. Honey, we're in a growth period. Shit's popping off everywhere. Everywhere. You could really be in tune with it, or you could really be in tune with you. That's your choice. Genuinely. I ain't here to make that for you. I'm just here to tell you what's going on in my world, in my bubble, what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking, what I'm believing, how I'm living, laughing, loving, and doing in my space. That's my experience to share with you. If you choose to co-create, here we are. Here are the lessons. I'm going to drop the seedlings for you, boo. That's what I do. I will go ahead and give you what is given to me. I will go ahead and share the love, the light, the joy that I have within me. And I will go ahead and share the messages that Spirit wants me to be saying. But it's up to you to do. It is up to you to do. It is up to you to do. It is up to you to do. Okay, that's crazy. But it's up to you to believe. It's up to you to believe. Girl, if you ain't gonna believe in yourself, who else will? Girl, if you're not believing up in yourself, who the hell else is gonna believe in you? Ain't nobody gonna believe in you for you. Ain't nobody gonna believe in you for you. Ain't nobody gonna say, wow, you could really do that shit. You have to do that shit. You just have to do it for yourself. Now, that's not to say that you can't have that kind of support and uplifting energy from those around you. But really, what is that going to do for you in your own internal, in your own self-talk? That's the root of everything. That's the root of it all, honey boo. And that is what I have to share with you here on this lovely episode, on this lovely podcast that we have co-created together. Also, I think this is the first time we've done this new background moment, and I have been living, laughing, loving her. Living, laughing, loving her. This feels good. This feels really good. I feel like I'm stepping into the kind of next level with myself, with my creativity, with just my joy and my passions, dude. Like, we're living it up. So, let's live, let's laugh, let's love, let's do, boo. So, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed your time here with me today. I always say, if you're missing Jay, come to the pod, baby. I'm here for you. I got all my shenanigans and tomfoolery up in this bitch. All the shit that I be saying. You know, it comes through. It's true. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, interact, do all of the fun things. Share it with people who you think need to hear this type of shit. And until next time, peace and love.